for Ohio Wesleyan, and it's going to be as exciting as the lacrosse game can get. Again, Otterbein, a team that really had a disappointing last year, and then Ohio Wesleyan having a huge year, as always, winning the NCAA, and now they've kind of fallen off. In fact, they're not ranked because a lot of the seniors, I won't say they've fallen off yet, but it's a really tough Chester Institutional Technology team that was ranked third at the time that they played them. It was a really low score. In fact, final score was 12-7. So Ohio Wesleyan's got a game belt here, and we'll see how Otterbein is able to handle that. This is their first outing, but it's here at home, so we'll see.
You can't ask for anything more than your first game under the lights at your home stadium. You can't ask for anything else. Mom and Dad stands, hopefully. You got nothing more than the most utmost motivation.
Yeah, Otterbein will be wearing white helmets, white jerseys, white pants, and cardinal numbers. Ohio Wesleyan wearing black, 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 and red numbers. So we'll see how these two teams face off again. We saw even when Ohio Wesleyan coming on the field, a team that dominated this year, coming out with little intensity, still seeking their first win again. Like I said, they are 0-1 so far this year. Otterbein still yet to play a game here. The Cardinals are led by head coach Colin Hartnett in his 9th season. And again, he took over a program that was the first in OAC history. And as you can see, it has continued to grow. In fact, Mount Union is fresh with the team. Ohio Northern, all these schools fresh with teams. And that is in Otterbein's favor because last year, I think, remember when we were that Mount Union game, Otterbein had 2 huddles during a timeout, and Mount Union just had 1 little huddle.
Yeah, a real fresh team, obviously. So with being the first, you're going to have those numbers. You're going to have that little be more history than Mount Union, obviously.
Yeah, in fact, 9 OAC schools actually have a team, and it's a growing sport. And Otterbein really proud to be one of the earlier schools to get one, to get a program. And here we are getting ready to face off. Otterbein and Ohio Wesleyan down at midfield. We're getting ready to start the 2018 Otterbein men's team. Just waiting the officials go around here. And it looks like Ohio Wesleyan's going to win the opening faceoff here. And coming screaming down in a goal. It's Trent Schutte, the senior midfielder out of California, who goes right down and gets a goal. And, you know, a lot of times you can't stop that. Face-off man winning it, taking it straight down the chute and going down and putting the first one in the back of the net. And you just got to do a better job if you're Otterbein to close out on that. And good momentum.
Yeah, he had a really good roll off the face-off, and then you just could tell he had no hesitation. He went right down the tread below the 10D.
So here we go, 1-0 lead early. Ohio Wesleyan out in front of Otterbein after the opening face-off. And now trying to kick it out, McDonald couldn't get it all the way. The ground ball there. Otterbein's going to have to do well on the ground balls tonight, as it looks like it's going to be scooped up there by Schulte, and he's going to take off with it again. Schulte moving up on the sideline in front of his own bench, now dishes it back and checks out. The face-off man going 2 for 2 so far. So Otterbein still with a possession. That's Luke Layden carrying it. Passes it off to his teammate Lucas Smith. Moving into the attacker zone. Spin move. Moves it across, getting good ball movement already. Second goal there for Ohio Wesleyan. That's Steven Hildebrand, the junior out of Pennsylvania. And just like that.
Yeah, I think we can both admit that we don't know the most about lacrosse, but we both have a general knowledge about hockey. So you just can tell the lacrosse pass there is going to, it's going to open the net up all night, and the goaltender just really has a chance at it.
And already Coach Colin Hartnett taking a timeout there and talk to his team over again. It looks like, and rightfully so, Ohio Wesleyan 2-0 start already here under the lights at Memorial Stadium. And a tough way to open up the game, and just good ball movement from Ohio Wesleyan. But there again, just a lack of energy on defense. You know, you can't just expect to to not have to play, and your goalie to save them all. Matt Nemi, he's a senior, but can't do it all. And he wasn't the starting goalie going in to last year. Remember, that was James Gunling, but here we are, and he giving up 2 goals right off the bat here, a minute into the game. And whatever Coach Hartnett has to do to keep his boys up, again, still very early, 2-0 lead on Lacrosse is very doable.
Oh yeah, it's a quick score, so you really can't hang your hat on 2 quick goals. They just simply won the 2 first face-offs and went right down the field and tossed it in real quick. So you can't hang your hat on these 2 early goals. You got to learn to bounce back and fight off these early downsets.
So going back out for the face-off, Jason McDonald, all OAC last year, 0 for 2 so far in the face-off circle, going against Trent Schulte, trying to win one back here for Otterbein. Get a little possession here, go down and take a shot. Again, 14-11, still plenty of time here as it's picked up by Schulte. Schulte again, 3 for 3 on the face-off circle. Being down, being guarded there by Carter Wheat. And McDonald still on the field playing defense as Ohio Wesleyan goes on the attack here. And circling back out on defense there, Justin McKee for Otterbein. Ohio Wesleyan setting up here, getting some movement down in front of the goalie, in front of Matt Nemi. Taking their time, and why not? You had 2-0 lead here early. And stepping up into the attacker, swinging back around. That's on the long stick there, Dominic Quiggle. And almost 2 minutes into this game, Otterbein still without a possession here. And you got to force some ground ball. And stepping up, taking a wild shot, not on target, Lucas Smith. And from Virginia stepped up and flung it out. Ohio Wesleyan keeps his possession here as Jack Jeschke. A penalty coming here. This one's going to likely be slashing against Otterbein. And Otterbein will go a man down. Stepping up, shot. Not on target there. Coming from the stick of Joshua Agu. On top of the key. Stepping up with the ball. And circling back around, taking their time here. Again, Otterbein still without a possession. Not bringing that intensity defensively. We'll see if they pick it up here. Otterbein to get the ball. Stepping up. Nice save there from Nemi. Matt Nemi turns his first shot away. And that will put Otterbein on the man down. As you can see, a couple long poles checking into the game. Clay Wickman, the senior defender out of Westlake. Stepping in the game, trying to kill off this power play here. Will likely be 1 minute.
Yeah, that was just really smart play by Wesleyan. They know that they have the man up coming soon, so why push the time? Why push the pace when you just can burn some clock with that 2-0 lead and really just try to wind out Otterbein and set up your man advantage now?
So here we go. Ohio Wesleyan up here. Going to work the ball around the perimeter, starting to close in a little bit. You wonder who's going to take the shot. And Hartnett's on the field. He shoots one, saved by Nemi, and it's a scramble out in front. Hard hit there. And the ball straggles out. And going to pick it up, Justin McKee scoops it up, and let's see Otterbein can get a little possession here and get going off the other end. And Justin McKee swinging through 2 defenders now, the midfielder. Stepping up, hit hard. Ball on the ground. Justin McKee takes a big hit there. Now, Ohio Wesleyan pushing the pace the other way. Still on the man up. Ohio Wesleyan standing tough so far as Justin McKee tried to make his way up the field. He got hit hard.
Yeah, it looks like you want to try to go for that same little swim move. Time the defender wasn't going to bite on it, and You got put down on the turf.
Now moving top of the key, swinging over Stephen Hildebrand. And ripping a shot there, Lucas Smith goes over the crossbar. And Ohio Wesleyan keeps with possession. They're getting shots off here, Tom.
Yeah, I really like that submarine shot they got going on.
Oh, save there from Nemi. Matt Nemi off his own pole. Keeps it out. And so far, Ohio Wesleyan's registered 7 shots. Nemi with 3 saves already. Needs to continue to hang tough. And another penalty coming against Otterbein. As stepping in and ripping one on net, Cole Jamison out of Michigan gets Ohio Wesleyan a 3-0 lead there.
Yeah, going back to what we said before the game, we said we're really going to have to build some offense here. And yet, like we said, they haven't been able to build any offense at all. They haven't been on their side of the 50 all night, but they've lost, I think, just about every face-off, and every time it's been stuck on their defensive zone.
And Otterbein hasn't yet to scoop up a ball either. Ohio Wesleyan picking up all 5 off the turf.
Yeah, the one time they actually did cross the 50, we lost the ground ball off a nice little check by Ohio Wesleyan.
So 5 ground balls to 0. Otterbein now starting to dig the hole here. 3-0. Still plenty of time. 10:40 left to go as Jason McDonald tries to scoop up that faceoff, and coming in for the assistance there was Bryson Taylor. Now Ohio Wesleyan back on the again. And it's been all Ohio Wesleyan so far in this one. Again, Otterbein yet again having to stand tough on defense. And at the top, swings side, just passing along the perimeter. Trying to get the ball moving a little bit. They're going to wait for an open lane to take a shot here. And here we go. Movement in front of the net. Shot no good from Hildebrand. Way to stand tall. Matt Nemi.
Nice little give and go by Ohio Wesleyan there. Threw it out to the right corner and then right back on the inside.
Now up top again. Moving it around the perimeter. Waiting for that. Who's going to take the shot? And the ball goes off a stick and flies into the air. And that was Max Tennant with the shot. Again, the team's leading scorer. And he's going to be...
He's not afraid to shoot.
No, he'll be a huge key for Ohio Wesleyan tonight. And it's going to be important for Otterbein to try to lock him down and limit his shots. And that comes with closing out that lane. You know they're going to try to work it over to him. Now Lucas Smith with the ball for Ohio Wesleyan along the near sidelines. Now bottom left of your screen with Stephen Hildebrand. He's guarded here by Jason McDonald, the face-off guy. Still out there on the field. And Tennant lost one ground ball. Otterbein couldn't get it. It was actually picked up by Jack Jeschke. Wesleyan with possession. Now moving it down low by the crease. Ball on the ground again. The long pole going for it. And it skimps out of bounds. Trying to save it. Trying to be the first one there. And they're going to give Otterbein back the ball.
Yeah, I think Otterbein caught a little break there. Ohio Wesleyan had a little fumble in the transition there, and it would have left open a wide open shot. We've seen so far tonight Ohio Wesleyan is very good at sniping that ball into the crease.
At midfield, Jason McDonald lost it, ball on the ground, and scooped up by Ohio Wesleyan. Here comes Tennant, now the other way. Jeschke tries to squeeze it over to his teammate, and a little flip shot out in front of the crease. It's place, and Nemi finally scoops it up. Stephen Hildebrand and Jack Jeschke try to work together to get that one. Now Otterbein has that midfield as it skips out of bounds, and it will go back to Ohio Wesleyan.
Otterbein just hasn't really been able to even establish anything past the 50. Every time they get there, they have a little ground ball or a little missed pass, and it gives the ball right back to Ohio Wesleyan.
And another goal coming from Ohio Wesleyan. And Otterbein to get anything going offensively as the Bishops jump out to a 4-0 lead. And we're halfway through this first quarter. Otterbein yet to register a shot on in. It's been tough for him.
Yeah, it has been very tough for Otterbein. They are 0 for 4 on the face-off, so it isn't going to help offensive ability. And then just every time they try to get past the 50-yard line, it seems like a ground ball or a missed pass just kind of gives the ball right back to Ohio Wesleyan. Ohio Wesleyan is not hesitating to capitalize.
So Jason on the face-off circle again. Again, thank you for tuning in, TNC Media. Otterbein men's lacrosse here versus Ohio Wesleyan. Ball skims, picked up by Otterbein and pushing the pace at the other end. Matt Sack. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Ohio Wesleyan has the ball.
Ohio Wesleyan seems to be using that physicality factor. That's their second hit that's caused a turnover to get the ball back into their offensive zone.
Ohio Wesleyan putting a couple of in the rotation here. And why not? You're up 4-0. Everything's gone really smooth so far for the Bishops, but it came with a lot of intensity. Lucas Smith now on the right side trying to pressure in there. Circles back up top. Now moving his way towards midfield with the ball. Now he's going to step in. Guarded here by Sack. Now shot, cross crease. Oh, no shot there. Uncontested. Now here we go. Stepping up. Little. And Storm Schalt with the ball now as he takes the pass from Smith and moves his way back to midfield trying to set up again. Guarded by Logan Murphy, and he gets physical with him. Now stepping up, trying to get a shot. Loose ball. Blocked there by Nemi. And good defense there by Otterbein, and that little physicality there got this bench riled up here. 4-0. Here comes Otterbein trying to get his goal. First shot. And a penalty going to come here against Ohio Wesleyan. And Otterbein will get a man-up advantage. Rain coming down pretty hard out there. Anthony Spingola with the ball along the far sideline. Now goes cross to Drew McDonald. Drew McDonald stepping up. Down low in the crease area. And a save there. What an incredible save by Ben Rigger, the senior goaltender. Wow, Otterbein gets their first shot right in front of the crease. A really high percentage area. And can't put it in. Ben Rigger with the stop there for the Bishops.
Yeah, Otterbein will be going on the bench here, and I like that physicality they finally showed down in the defensive zone. Murphy really not letting Ohio Wesleyan get their way down towards the crease, and that created turnover and get the ball down in their offensive zone finally.
You're definitely a sense of urgency here for Otterbein as they're down by 4 early in this one. Now right side. Underneath, Otterbein moving the ball around here. Xander Seal getting it down low on the man advantage. High lane, shot, and it skips in the bottom left corner. And Otterbein's on the board. Xander Seal, the freshman that they're excited about, out of Naperville, Illinois, puts Otterbein on the board here. And the man advantage paid off for the Cardinals. The physicality paid off.
Yeah, he must have put that in the exact right corner because
In the bottom left.
Because from up here, it didn't look like that was that hard of a shot. It didn't look that much on it, but it still was able to in, so he just must have pinpointed it right where he needed it to go.
And Xander Seal, a lot of times you expect that high shot as a goaltender, but Seal went low and caught Rigger off guard. We've seen what Rigger can do. He can stop that ball as long as it's above his shoulders, but change up there and went low, and it's 4-1.
Threw him the sinker there.
And you feel a little momentum change here as the Cardinals trying to defend home field on the opening game of the season. And the faceoff was picked up. Loose ball. Otterbein's going to get here. Matt Sack starting off with it. And he starts to rotate down. And he lost it and picked up by Ohio Wesleyan. They push pace the other way. Otterbein trying to bring the heat on the physicalness so far in this one, and that's what got their juice for that previous goal. Let's see if they do it again defensively. Moving the ball again. This is Luke Layden. Had 24 goals last year for Ohio Wesleyan. Stepping up in the scene. Shoots. Block. Off the stick there of Nemi. And going to chase it down is Joe Sanfilippo. And he swings it over. Matt Sack stepping up. Trying to start this offense here. Swings it over far side. And we've yet to see Connor Jevitt take a shot. Connor Jevitt was the leading goal scorer for Otterbein last year. Now stepping up, Drew McDonald. Gets it down low in a good area, but couldn't complete the pass. Nice defense by Ohio Wesleyan.
Defense by Ohio Wesleyan. They didn't let Otterbein set up down low towards the crease.
Now pushing it. Quick shot by Tennant. And way to be turned away there from Matt Nemi. He's been on here recently. Ohio Wesleyan hasn't been able to get past him with their recent shot. Most part he's done a job. It's just the whole game has been played on his side of the field. Four 4-1 advantage. Ohio Wesleyan here on the road taking on Otterbein. Otterbein trying to defend Memorial Stadium. You're listening to TNC Media. I'm Hayden Houshorn here with Tommy Barfi. And stepping up, trying to get a shot off underneath the crease. And a good juke move there. Shot. And no shot. As it was good defense there. Looks like the ball is still loose and finally picked up by Anthony Spingola. And a hard hit there as he released it. Now stepping up the field, here comes some speed. Shot blocked there. And put back in there. Xander Seal on top of things. And you can tell Otterbein needed that one. And a fresh breath there for the Cardinals as they get another one. 2 in a row for Otterbein. And that one felt big, especially after
that hard hit Otterbein took down in their defensive zone. What a heroic move to take the hit and get the ball. And it kind of caught Ohio Wesleyan off guard and then caught him on the rebound.
Huge rebound there. Xander Seal has both the goals here for Otterbein. It's 4-2, 3 minutes left to play here in the opening quarter. But Ohio Wesleyan leading the shot category with 50. They had 41 in their opening game. And it's Hamblett with the ball for the Bishops. Feeds it off up top to Layden. Layden swings it over. Lucas Smith. Again, it looks like Ohio Wesleyan's going to try to control this possession and get a good shot that they want. Otterbein needs to shut down those lanes. And stepping up. Beccione makes a shot. He swung it over to Luke Layden, who ripped it. Goes out of bounds. And the first one to get there is Jack Jeschke, and he gives Ohio Wesleyan back possession here. Well into the quarter. 2 minutes left to play. And stepping up, taking a shot. Bouncer shot went left of the net. But yet again, Ohio Wesleyan registering his shot. And that's been the big difference here. Now stepping up, Jeschke. Double teamed and fought hard. Intercepted here by Otterbein. Justin McKee stepping through. Nice swim move. He got hit hard last time. He's not going to forget that one as he moves it up to Sanfilippo. Sanfilippo trying to get around a defender. He steps up, gets it down low. Xander Seal, who tried to get fancy with it. Ball in the crease. Picked up by Rigger. And Otterbein getting quick in transition to get a shot off, causing a lot of commotion there.
Yeah, I like the quick in transition, but the big difference, I think, between Ohio Wesleyan and Otterbein right now is every time Ohio Wesleyan takes a shot, it seems like they always get that rebound. And every time Otterbein gets it, they've got it once and they got in the goal, but yet again, they're back in their defensive zone.
Well, the difference between the two teams here, Ohio Wesleyan's had the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And there we go, picked off by the midfielder, Sanfilippo, and he starts to move upfield. He gets it over to Connor Jevitt. Connor Jevitt low now. Moving it around, Sanfilippo, the midfielder in the high slot. With the ball, swings it over far side. Chandler Schwartz, the sophomore, was third on the team in points. Dishes it off, Colin Troxel. Swings over far to Drew McDonald, who steps up with some momentum. 35 seconds remaining. McDonald thought about a shot, now swings it over, and as it skimps out of bounds, and a wasted possession there for the Cardinals. As Chandler Schwartz couldn't receive the pass there. And Ohio Wesleyan, ball on the turf, here we go. Otterbein picks it up. No, you got to wonder if the rain is having an impact on these guys picking the ball up off the turf. Underneath, get a pass, it rolls around, shot there, off the crossbar. And it rolls out of bounds. Ohio Wesleyan the first to get there.
Yeah, I don't know if this rain's really affecting Otterbein on these ground balls because Ohio Wesleyan seems to pick up a good portion of these ground balls and doesn't really let them sit on the ground that long.
Top right corner and a goal from Cole Jameson, the junior. In. And he keeps Ohio Wesleyan with some 1.7 seconds left. In the quarter is all that Cole Jameson needed to extend Wesleyan's lead to 3 here. And it has been all Ohio Wesleyan in this first quarter. A little bit of Otterbein there, though, we saw with the way that they were able to gather some momentum as McDonald runs the quarter out. The teams will talk one more quarter of action before going into halftime. But, Tom, you got to like what you see out of Otterbein there in those last few minutes of the game, playing well on defense.
Yeah, the defense really able to intercept some passes, and they're getting a lot more physical on defense, forcing Ohio Wesleyan out more towards the guard line, not letting them get down inside the crease. And I think that's really the big thing is that those first few goals, they always let Ohio Wesleyan do whatever they want, get down and make all the passes they wanted. Now they're playing a little more up front and physical. So good turnaround by Otterbein, but still a good road to come up.
Otterbein could definitely sharpen their game up. 8 turnovers in that opening quarter for the Cards, as we saw them struggle a lot to complete some passes. Wesleyan with 5 turnovers, but it feels like all those turnovers were forced well by Otterbein, and likely due to good defense. There were some times where it felt like Ohio Wesleyan was pushing the pace a little bit and threw a bad pass, and Otterbein took it the other way. But Otterbein needs to continue to harvest momentum where they can and go down and get those goals to keep pace and just hopefully run this game all the way down to the stretch with Ohio Wesleyan. A tough team, a team that made the NCAA tournament last year and won the NCAA, a tough lacrosse conference.
Yeah, Ohio Wesleyan's got that notoriety. They've proven that they're a really good team, and they've proven here tonight that they can score goals just as quickly as anyone. Otterbein's got to stay within arm's reach of him and don't let Ohio Wesleyan really get that far of a lead, kind of like they did last year.
5-2. The Bishops, the Cardinals right now in this one. Still 3 quarters to play left. And Jason McDonald steps up in the face-off circle yet again for Otterbein. And he's done a little bit better here. He's won 3 of them, 3 of 8. But so far, it's been mostly Trent Schulte. He had the opening goal for the Bishops. And McDonald looks like he's going to win this one for Otterbein. And a little bit of momentum. Every play, moment of this game just so crucial, especially if you're Otterbein, a team that got dominated by Ohio Wesleyan. Tommy Calabash stepping up. The long pull midi. Swings it over right side. And a little pick and roll action there. As Xander Seal gets it right back to Calabash. Calabash can't receive the skipping pass. And it's finally picked up by Connor Jevitt.
A little of a broken play there, but it still keeps Otterbein in the zone. So hopefully we can see a goal come out of this and just a long-term possession.
Joseph Sanfilippo gives it off. Right back to Sanfilippo. He's got it along the near sidelines. Sanfilippo and McDonald working together here in front of Ohio Wesleyan's sideline. Now giving off and stepping up. Xander Seal behind the crease. Gives it right back to Jevitt. Jevitt couldn't control the pass all the way, but picks up the ground ball. Now he thinks about a shot. He ripped it, but lost it. And the ball's loose. Hard hit there from McDonald. And one back by Otterbein. And finally, in the hands of Ohio Wesleyan. After a couple transitions, it looked for a whistle. A timeout coming by Coach Colin Hartnett. And Otterbein just continuing to waste possession. You can tell that Connor Jevitt, the team's leading goal scorer, eager to take a shot, steps up, gets in a good area, but just ripped the shot a little too early, or a little too late, rather, just mistimed and lost it. And timeout coming there from Otterbein. 5-2, the advantage, Ohio Wesleyan. But Otterbein getting a little more physical so far in this one.
Yeah, they got nice little checks right there. I mean, Ohio Wesleyan was the team dominating the checking game. They had gotten 2 large hits that put Otterbein down on the turf, and Otterbein was able to bounce back right there and put Ohio Wesleyan down on the turf and show them that we're just not going to roll over here and we're just going to play as simple as you are.
No, especially on your home field on an opening night here for Otterbein. And it's not a big lead right now, Wesleyan, but they've made it tough for Otterbein to get shots off, mostly because of the way that they've controlled the ball at the other end. And I think a lot of it comes on how Otterbein plays defense and if Otterbein's going to win some face-offs here.
Yeah, and I think Otterbein really just needs to stop making these mistakes on the turnovers, these bad passes that just keep bouncing out of bounds or right in Ohio Wesleyan's arms, really keep hindering these offensive possessions.
And Jevitt couldn't control that pass, and going to pick it up right away is the long defense. Jake Worrell and Ohio Wesleyan on the move. Now moving around midfield. Stepping up into Otterbein territory. Peter Hamlet walks in. Got from a tough angle. Rebounded there and finally picked up by the long pole. Now Otterbein on the move offensively. Swinging it over to Chandler Swartz. He steps up, tries to find a little bit of turf. And in the high slot, he walks over to the far sideline and a chance to take a breather and reset. Chandler Swartz trying to step up near the crease. Takes a hard angle shot and sends it above the bar. Otterbein keeps with possession. Now this one's Xander Seal, the freshman. Dishes it off here. Jevitt underneath. Trying to find a lane. Steps up, takes a shot by Anthony Spingola. He picks it up off the and tries to get it in a good scoring area, and a bad pass, low pass there. Chases it down, and he's hit hard by 2 Ohio Wesleyan defenders, but he finally wins it and picks it up. And Otterbein just hurting themselves offensively with the bad passes.
Yeah, if they can get these passes down, it really helps set up the offense more. By making these errant passes, you're really giving the defense and the goaltender a break.
Here's Connor Jevitt below the crease. Now stepping up, tries to take a shot off the back of Ben Rigger. Rigger all over that one, and one back by Ohio Wesleyan. And the Bishop's on the push here. Shot, rebounded by Nemi, or blocked. Ohio Wesleyan able to get 2 shots off in that transition. And it's Jack Jeschke in the low area for Ohio Wesleyan. Moving up with speed, gives it up top. And now centering it for Luke Layden as he hands it off. Ohio Wesleyan trying to get another goal here. Luke Layden, the midfielder. Guarded there by Adam Grumman. And a loose ball. Otterbein will try to force here and try to take possession back. This is what killed him here in the opening quarter, was just letting Ohio Wesleyan move it around without care here. And stepping up, Lucas Smith rips his shot. Nice shot there from Lucas Smith. 2 in a row for Ohio Wesleyan.
Yeah, the big difference between Otterbein's defensive possessions here is the times that Ohio Wesleyan hasn't really scored is when Otterbein is very physical and forcing Ohio Wesleyan to the edges and towards the 50-yard line, whereas this time they just kind of let Ohio Wesleyan pass the ball around, set up what they wanted to set up, and then just able to walk up when they wanted to and fire the shot.
6-2 advantage favoring Ohio Wesleyan. Jason McDonald, who's won 3 of the last 5 faceoffs for Otterbein, steps back into the center circle, and it's won again by McDonald. The all-OAC player getting hit hard from behind. Ball skimps out into the far side, and Xander Seal watches it go out of bounds. And Otterbein keeps possession as Zeal. Chandler Schwartz now along the far sideline. Moving below the crease. Gets a pick from Jevitt there. It's over for Colin Troxel, who gives it back up top. Logan Finette moving it down low. Schwartz with it. Side of the crease. Gives it back up for Troxel to retreat. Now Mike Roman with it. Roman trying to fight off a defender here. Gets it off for Troxel. Nice hard pick move there from Finette. Back to Troxel. And a whistle going against Otterbein. A legal screen there. 6-2 advantage for Ohio Wesleyan still here. And stepping up with it, Storm Shalit gives it off.
This is where Otterbein needs to play that physical defense. Ohio Wesleyan out to the edges in the perimeter. Don't let this game get past 4 goals. Keep it as close as possible.
Lucas Smith with the ball moving along the near sideline in front of Otterbein. Gives it in a high area, but it rolls out of bounds. Otterbein gets the ball back here, catches a little break. And the Cardinals need to get moving offensively here. They need to get a goal, stay in this one. As Connor Jevitt tries to step up, gets hit hard there and takes a shot. He was aiming low, but Ben Rigger was able to turn it away. Xander Seal picked up the rebound and is now in the back corner, trying to work his way out. Gives it up top, Colin Troxel. Anthony Spingola with the ball, loses it on the turf. He slipped. And there we go. See the turf monster up, getting Spingola as Ohio Wesleyan pushing the fast break the other way. Nice move there. Getting a shot off, rips. And a goal coming from the Bishop. 7-2 lead for Otterbein.
Ohio Wesleyan's really good on this quick transition. Every time it seems like they fly up through the field and then just pass it off to the left winger. And this time he wasn't able to shoot it right away, but he was still able to get up and even get what looked like a more high-quality shot, one-on-one with the goal. Fired her in there.
So the NCAA champion leading Otterbein here, 7-2. Cardinals on their home turf on a rainy night here at Memorial Stadium in Westerville, Ohio. Jason McDonald has picked up his play in the face-off circle again. 4 for the last 6, trying to win this one with his as the ball rolls along the near sideline. Moving up the field with it. Otterbein needs to get something going offensively here. Tommy Calabash with the ball crosses midfield. Swings it over right side. Xander Seal.
Will be going on the man advantage.
Xander Seal. Both of Otterbein's goals here in this one. Justin McKee now with it. And you're right, Tom. Otterbein needs to take advantage of this man up. And control possession here and try to get a good shot off. And a nice poke check there coming from Steven Hildebrand. Way to get a stick in. And a foul coming afterwards.
Yeah, it looks like Ohio Wesleyan might be getting 2 penalties there.
And they talk it over here as to who's going to go stand in the penalty box. We know for sure Ohio Wesleyan's going to go in there. Didn't hear the call. A long discussion. Still waiting the decision here. And it looks like based off the reaction of the captain, Joseph Sanfilippo, looks like at least one Cardinal will step into the penalty area. Looks like making his way over there. And Robbie Fields getting booked up. And Otterbein staying up advantage, it looks like here. As the officials having a long discussion here at the table. Taking a long time to figure this one out. You can see some of the players trying to stay loose and stay warm. It's a cold night here. Again, 40 degrees, but cold and rainy. And you would really like to see Otterbein grind these last 6 minutes out here, trying to cut into this Ohio Wesleyan lead as stepping up with it. Far side now, Lucas Smith with a nice move off the post, but rebounded back in for Ohio Wesleyan in an 8-2 advantage. And the Cardinals suffering here.
Yeah, and the Cardinals were on the man advantage there as Ohio Wesleyan's the only team with 1 player in the box.
And just a poor defensive effort here for Otterbein is really what hurting him. And we've seen on a couple Ohio Wesleyan possessions what happens when Otterbein brings the heat and forces Ohio Wesleyan to move the ball around the perimeter. A lot of turnovers. Like we said, it's rainy out there. Offense should be tough to get going, but Ohio Wesleyan has not struggled here. 8-2 advantage. And Jason McDonald in the faceoff circle trying to hinder some life here for Otterbein. And he lost the stick there after the poke. And a whistle coming against Ohio Wesleyan. Gives out a timeout here. That's Colin Hartnett, head coach, calls one here. And Tom, Otterbein just looking pretty lifeless at times.
Yeah, especially on defense. Like we keep talking about how like there's some defensive possessions where they're very up front and physical on the defensive side and keep Ohio Wesleyan out to the perimeter and the 50-yard line. And that's when it seems like that really pays off, and where Ohio Wesleyan really hasn't scored, they haven't been able to get down deep inside and towards the crease, which is where they've been able to pinpoint their shots. So it is very frustrating to see on the Otterbein side how they haven't used that same physicality every time on defense, because Otterbein doesn't waste their chances as they have gotten 8 goals. So I think Otterbein really needs to get more physical here and try to make some turnovers and get the ball down into their offensive zone.
Again, Ohio Wesleyan leading the shot category 25-7. And the ground ball category 16-11. Times Ohio Wesleyan the ball up off the turf here. Faceoffs were even. Jason McDonald lost the first 3 for Otterbein, but has now came back and has won half of them. 6 of 12. Here's Ohio Wesleyan on offense. Shot in front, turned away. Jack Jeschke was trying to get it off. Matt Nemi stood tall. And Ohio Wesleyan behind the crease now. Pursuing again on offense. Nice no-look pass there. And Stephen Hildebrand puts it over Ohio Wesleyan 9-2. Tough night so far for the Cardinals.
Yeah. Just trying to think of another thing that Ohio Wesleyan seems to be very efficient on these ground balls. Like they pick up just about every ground ball that is that comes their way, and Otterbein just really can't capitalize on those ground balls right there. They had a couple turnovers possibly in the defensive zone, but they can't capitalize on those ground balls, whereas Ohio Wesleyan seems to pick them up right away.
Again, Ohio Wesleyan has already played a game this year. They lost 12-7 against a really tough team. Stephen Hildebrand, the goal scored up. Skims back out to midfield. And stepping up in the high slot. And deciding to shoot a low ball, that gap between the legs of Nemi. And a goal there, 10-2 lead. Ohio Wesleyan piling it on here. No right for the Cards.
No, it's just, yeah, it's very, I mean, it seems like just about every time defense, or for offense for the Ohio Wesleyan, they're able to just walk right down the crease, and it doesn't really, Otterbein just hasn't had the best of luck face-offs, or the times that they do win the face, they're not able to get full possession into the offensive zone, whereas Ohio Wesleyan has had zero trouble with that all night, really.
No, it hasn't been a problem for them at all to get shots off. They're leading the way in that category 20-5 over Otterbein. And it's provided a 10-2 advantage for them. Now stepping up, Ohio Wesleyan ripping a shot that went over by the field goal post. And they'll stick with possession here.
It just seems like Ohio Wesleyan's really never had a problem getting even into the high slot, get along. Just they've had ease getting in the offensive zone, but every time they get that easily in the slot or to the right and left corners of the goaltender, and just are able to pinpoint their shots even easier.
Yeah. Cardinals suffering here from the lack of defense. Ohio Wesleyan pursuing offensively again. Behind Jack Jeschke. And ball on the turf here. Nope. Keeping with possession. Again sliding on the turf. Some physical play and a lost helmet there. And a little and shoving out in front. Hopefully that's something that can get Otterbein going.
Need any kind of momentum on their side. It's been It's been a decent amount of time since they got that second goal. So right now they're just looking for any sort of momentum, just to give them a little push.
Just something to get going. It's been missing from the Cardinals so far. And the officials taking their time to figure this one out here. And it's been a tough night for the Cardinals. 10-2 advantage Ohio Wesleyan. 4 minutes, seconds still left to go in this quarter here. You can hear from some of the players on the sideline trying to get this going. And it's just been a lot of self-inflicted wounds so far for Otterbein all night.
Yeah, the one that really stands out to me is the 12 turnovers. It seems like just about every time earlier in the game or in the first quarter, it seemed like they were about to change the tides and get possession going the way they had like an errant pass or a pass go too high or too low and just went right out of bounds and turned back to Ohio Wesleyan's ball. And we've seen how well Ohio Wesleyan is with the offensive zone today.
Four minutes, 17 seconds left to go here in the first half. Rain still coming down there on the field. Otterbein yet to get a goal this quarter. They could really use one. Ohio Wesleyan trying to extend their lead here. 4 minutes left to go in this half. And a goal there by Ohio Wesleyan.
Yeah, they did not waste any time being on the man advantage there. Even from his knees, he was so close that it really wasn't going to be that too hard of a shot as the MA was still moving over from the lacrosse pass.
The least amount of time wasted there, Tom.
Yeah, I honestly think it was like around 3 to 4 seconds if I had to take a quick guess.
And it's been all battling Bishops so far. Cardinals have just not been present in this one, aside from a few moments there in the first quarter. And that's been the most frustrating thing, I think, for us, Tom, as we've seen them play well at times.
Yeah, especially in the defensive zone. Like I keep saying, we've seen some times where they kept it to the perimeters and were really aggressive and didn't let them get anywhere in the offensive zone. And then these other times they just let them walk right in, do whatever they want, and pass it wherever they want, walk right down the crease. Ohio Wesleyan's had no issues on offense tonight.
Moving it over far side. Otterbein now with a little possession, trying to get things going. They are in desperate need of a goal. And moving it to the top of the key.
Otterbein will be going on the man advantage at the first chance of Ohio Wesleyan touching the ball.
And they just need it, Tom. Otterbein's going to have to score on that man advantage to get some momentum. That's all it's been about. Still coming here as the official confirms the man advantage. Otterbein got to get a goal. going into halftime. A little bit of momentum, whatever you need. It's going to be an uphill battle, though, for the Cardinals coming out of the locker room. And it's just been disappointing because it looked like this team had a lot of energy in the game when they were warming up, but
they haven't really been able to translate it so far into this game.
But over Connor Jevitt couldn't get the pass from his teammate.
Right there, I think it's been the story of the game. Every time Otterbein's about to move into the offensive zone, or they are in the offensive zone, they have this errant pass that goes out of bounds, and all of a sudden, Ohio Wesleyan's got the ball and they're moving upfield again.
Peter Hamblick carrying it for Ohio Wesleyan. Now swings it over for Luke Layden. And on a turnover here, as San Filippo takes the ball, moves his way along the perimeter. Far side, Connor Jevitt. Connor Jevitt stepping up. We need to see him do some stuff here. And the only Cardinal so far to score, the 2 goals from Xander Seal, the freshman. Chandler Swartz now moving, swings it over. Down low for Robbie Fields, and he couldn't get any offense going. It's Ohio Wesleyan ball again as they move in transition now. Luke Layden working together. Stepping up. Trying, look for the shot, the high angle. Now decides to dump it off. Ball rolling on the turf. Picked up by Ohio Wesleyan again. And 90 seconds left here in the half. Otterbein's going to need a defensive stand here. You don't want to go down by 10 at halftime, Tom.
No, that would not be ideal for your home opener, your season opener. You definitely don't want double digits underscore going in halftime.
Lucas Smith swings it over to Layden. Layden stepping back up and retreating. Gives it back over to Smith. Smith to Layden, exchanging some passes here, just playing pitch and catch. Smith down low for Jeschke. Stepping up with it, Jack Jeschke swinging around the crease, swarmed by a couple of Cardinals on defense. Ball on the turf, picked up by Otterbein, pushing it the other way. Tommy Calabash, the long pole, the midfielder. Gives it off down low for Seal to McKee. Get the shot, left side, no good. Otterbein with possession here. Well into the final minute. Justin McKee circling back around. Over to San Filippo. San Filippo up top. It would be huge for the Cardinals to get a goal going into the half. Swartz over to McKee. McKee pushing the pace down low. That's Connor Jevitt, excuse me. Handing it off to Fields. And that will do it for the opening half of the 2018 season. Ohio Wesleyan and Otterbein 2. And we'll catch you after the break. But, Tom, what are the Cardinals going to have to do coming out of the half?
Yeah, get more physical. I need a little more speed, a little more physical out on that defensive zone. Get the ball out of the zone and move it upwards. Get in the offensive and start getting some shots.
We'll catch you after the halftime break. Again, going into the locker room. Otterbein 2, Ohio Wesleyan 11. Memorial Stadium. Down 11-2 here in this contest. But we got reports that there's a lot of energy still on the sideline. A lot of good momentum still in the locker room for Otterbein.
Well, it still is a whole 30 minutes left in the game, so plenty of time.
It's an 11-2 advantage, and it was pretty much all Ohio Wesleyan.
If Ohio Wesleyan 11 in 30 minutes, Otterbein can do the exact same thing right back at them.
And we're going to need it, Tom. We're going to need it. We're going to need it. As both teams making their way back out on the field here. Again, TNC Media. I'm Hayden Houseorn alongside Tommy Bartfi. Tom, let's get this done in the second half.
We can only do so much from this press box.
Now in the face-off circle, Jason McDonald. With Trent Schulte of Ohio Wesleyan. And it's one back. The Bishops and Ohio Wesleyan getting going again here. And a shot. Quick one from Jack Jeschke. Can't get it to go here. Again, still 11-2 Otterbein. Gonna need to force some turnovers here and get a little momentum going their way. Now rotating down, ball underneath the crease, broken up there. And Otterbein moving the other way, at least trying to get up the field. Is Mike Davidson, and he struggles with it, and it's won back by Ohio Wesleyan. Now Luke Layden stepping up. Hard back there, and a flag coming in. Shot from Lucas Smith straight into the net. Or, excuse me, of Matt Nemi. He gets a save there. And Otterbein will go a man down.
Not the ideal start Otterbein wanted to go into this second half, being down how they are. You definitely don't want to go and give Ohio Wesleyan the man advantage. That is the card they have been dealt here. They got to kill this penalty off and go down and score some goals.
The rain still coming down pretty hard here at Memorial Stadium. You can see the guys doing whatever they can to stay warm. Steven Hildebrand, Lucas Layden, and the shot from Mac, no good. But they'll stick with possession here. Now swinging it over, Layden up top again for Hildebrand, right side, straight back to Hildebrand. Ohio Wesleyan moving it along the perimeter here. Just when are they going to take a shot? No good off the stick of Nemi. And the ball skips out of bounds. Good defensive stand there.
Keep it out to the perimeter. Right there, they force Ohio Wesleyan to keep passing it towards the perimeter. And sooner or later, you got to hope that they go for a little mistake, and they did there.
Turnover by the Cardinals. They again. And Ohio Wesleyan the other way. Here comes a flag in from slashing. This one's going to go the defender of Otterbein. Just a bad call. A fair call, but very unfortunate for the Cardinals there as they go a man down yet again here to open up this second half of action in a game where they trail 11-2. Not how you want to start, Tom. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to start this deficit of a second half on a second man down. You got lucky with the first one. You did some good hustle defense and got them to turn the ball over, but to do it a second time is not to do, especially with as good as Ohio Wesleyan is offensively.
Up top, Stephen Hildebrand swinging it over. Just trying to center it at this point. Up top, Leyland gets it over to the right side, down low for Ohio Wesleyan, and just swinging it around the perimeter. Starting to close in on Otterbein. Still no goals to start this second half. And finally a chance. And good defense there, held off the opportunity to get a shot on goal. And here we go, quick one from Max Tennant. That one's in the back of the net. 12-2 advantage. Bishop's up by 10 here.
Like we said, with the lead Ohio Wesleyan already built, the last thing you really wanted to do there was kind of give them the man advantage.
Ohio Wesleyan goal scored by 45 Max Tennant, by 1 Stephen Hildebrand.
Tom, what's going on here?
We got some lacrosse going on here, or at least that's what I think I'm watching. Lacrosse. And we're about to see Otterbein make this comeback right here. Gotta have
Otterbein gets a face-off win. And now pushes it into Ohio Wesleyan territory. Again, trying to get a goal and stay as close into this one as you can. Chandler Swartz from behind the crease. Gets it out to the side for Robbie Fields. Up top, Sanfilippo. Sanfilippo has been really quiet tonight, and so has Connor Jevitt, which has been a surprise to me, Tom.
Yeah, the games we called last year, we really saw those two stand out the most, and it just really hasn't helped that Otterbein hasn't spent that much time down in their offensive zone, so these two stars really haven't had a chance to shine.
Down low, Sanfilippo tries to move in. Gives it underneath. Drew McDonald stepping up, trying to get a shot. Rips it. Left. Otterbein stays with the ball here. They're doing what they can here, Tom.
I mean, right now, being in an offensive zone, that's really kind of get some shots, build something off of. I mean, even if you don't walk away today with a win, at least you can say we worked up, we got some progress, we built on something, and go on for that for the rest of the season.
Still majority of the third quarter left to play, but the lack of confidence in Tom's voice is not reassuring just simply because the fact has not looked good all around. There have been a couple moments where Otterbein looked good for a brief period of time where they were able to get some fast breaks, get some passing, and come with the intensity, but that has certainly been lacking, at least from our view up here in the press box of Memorial Stadium. Now pushing the ball up the field now. Comes Otterbein on the attack, swings it over left side. Drew McDonald with the ball, move hash. Tries to step into a shot. Tries to make some room and find one, and he finally gets one. Drew McDonald gets a goal. And Otterbein able to end the drought. They didn't get one for the entire second quarter. Get one. Drew McDonald one in there, and Otterbein hopefully can try to use that to build a comeback. 12-3 advantage in favor of the Cardinals. Or at least the recent goal. Something went Otterbein's way. Still Ohio Wesleyan out in front here.
Just a little boost to get this game turned turn around.
Scramble for it and picked up. Ohio Wesleyan coming right back the other way, and a turnover there. So Ohio has back possession, Tom.
Turn it around. I told you. You just got to have the faith. Build a little momentum and just keep rolling off that.
And full send all the way down to half. And stepping up into it, Drew McDonald, who got the last goal for the Cardinals, gets it down low. Oh, and picked off there by Ohio Wesleyan as they move up the field now offensively. Loose ball picked up by San Filippo. No, it's Ohio Wesleyan. Skips out in front of their own sideline. Tennant moves it out to the middle field. Ohio Wesleyan far on the perimeter here, but a 12-3 advantage. Jack Jeschke trying to step into the high slot. Ohio Wesleyan moving the ball like they have been all game, just closing in on that perimeter, staying out ahead, controlling the ball. Justin McKee trying to force it out. Here's Ohio Wesleyan with the shot. Save, Matt Nemi on the goal line. And Nemi with a huge save there. He's had a night.
Yeah, he has 34 shots. Like, we do look at 12 goals allowed, but he has not had much help from the defense as the 34 shots have been registered on that. That is a tremendous amount of shots.
Stepping up, Logan Finneck. Down low. And the ball's going to bounce and go back to Ohio Wesleyan. Underneath, shot, saved by Nemi. And a foul coming here against the Cardinals, but Matt Nemi stands tall in front of his own net. Huge play there from Nemi. Possibly something going to start to go right here for Otterbein. I mean, they got the man down advantage that they're going to have to deal with.
That's not ideal for this situation we've been put in, but we killed off the first one to start this half. I think we'll be able to kill this one off right here.
12-3, Ohio Wesleyan out in front. Otterbein's going to go on the man down. And trying to get something to go. Big penalty to kill off here for Otterbein. And a turnover. Otterbein gets it back. Nemi with it. And Grumman gets it over. Sending it far down the field. Otterbein trying to move it quickly. Nemi trying to get something going. Say, let's go, boys.
He wants to get out of the zone. He's faced a lot of shots tonight. The last thing he wants is
Another one.
yeah.
And Roman can't complete the pass. Otterbein bad in that area all night so far. And a behind-the-back pass out in front, and a save from Matt Nemi.
He's going to be feeling that one tomorrow. That looked like it was the right shin.
Want to see Otterbein bring the intensity here. 5:53 left to go in this third quarter of action. And a goal there.
I mean, yeah, maybe he made 4 great saves right there. You can only ask so much for so long out of him. Sooner or later, with as good as Ohio Wesleyan's been here tonight, they were going to find the back again.
13-3 lead for the Bishops. Otterbein having trouble getting offensively, and most of that's been because of their self-inflicted wounds offensively. Just bad passing, poor defense. It has not transitioned well for them at the other end, and it's not transitioning well for them on the scoreboard. Despite Matt Nemi's incredible efforts down in between his own pipes tonight, just been tough. It's been tough for the Cardinals.
Hasn't been easy.
The least amount of easy. As Jason McGee picks it up off the turf, the face-off man. Oh, gets hit hard from behind. Stands up quickly is all right, but Otterbein maintaining possession here. As Robbie Fields step up into this one. They need to get some light. Time is not on their side here. Still in the third quarter. We'll still have a whole quarter of action, but basically this one's going. Down low, Jevitt gets it out on the side. Out front, Drew McDonald steps up. Tries to spin move, pick from Sanfilippo. Underneath, Jevitt steps up, shot, bouncer, no good. And put back in, and it's a goal. Connor Jevitt off the rebound. And a little bit of momentum coming from the sideline there. I need it out of him, Tom. I need it.
Yeah, right now it seems like the way this game's been going, they're just a little pride, a little inner hope, and it seems like they're just trying to build off anything they can get. And like I said, even if it's not tonight that they make the whole comeback, they still have a whole season left ahead of them. This is only game 1. Take what you can get tonight, throw it in the next game.
Again, Otterbein's next game coming against Worcester right here at Memorial Stadium, February 28th at 7 o'clock. Ball and turf, Matt scramble for it. Picked up by Otterbein. Justin McKee steps into this one, moves it down low. Xander Seal, who has 2 goals. Half of Otterbein's goals here tonight. Far side, Otterbein now. Maybe they can get here, Tom. Spark. Robbie Fields with it, trying to step in. Up top, Sanfilippo moves down low. Seal cross field. Chandler Swartz ripped it, but Ben Rigger with the save. Ohio Wesleyan fast break the other way, Tom. Ooh, and the bad pass. Rolls out of bounds, saved, and nope, it's going to go out and go Otterbein's way. Things looking a little bit better for the Cardinals here recently.
Their back check and getting back into the defensive zone has been really nice as of recent. They're getting a lot more physical.
Connor J. Goal. And just like that, Otterbein's starting to do some things. Hello? 13-5 lead. Ohio Wesleyan still on top of Otterbein, but Otterbein getting a couple back-to-back here in this one. Starting to march back into this one. They got to do whatever they can keep away. Connor Jevitt, the leading scorer for the Cardinals last year, gets on the scoreboard here. And let's see how Otterbein uses that traction to get going a little bit. 13-5 Ohio Wesleyan face Field picked up there by Otterbein. And a nice scoop ground ball there by Heflin gets Otterbein going on offense here. Ball skips around and a penalty. Otterbein's going to go on the man up. Ball still loose. Nobody yet to pick it up. Another foul coming. Still scramble for it. And finally, Ohio Wesleyan picks it up. Otterbein's going to go on the man advantage here. And enough time to build a comeback for the Cardinals. Again, it is only the third quarter, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. But it's going to depend on these next couple minutes how they handle this advantage and if they're going to go out and continue to chip away at this lead with some scores. And I don't think it's anything secret, whether it's strategy. I think it's just purely what kind of intensity are they going to bring. And I've seen it from them offensively. It's just they had so few offensive possessions because of their lack of intensity on the defensive side. So the figuring this one out, but it's going to be a 6-on-4 advantage here for the Cardinals. Two men in the box for Ohio Wesleyan. Oh, and Sanfilippo rips a poor shot. And going back to chase it down, Ben Rigger gets Ohio Wesleyan back the ball. Ohio Wesleyan back offensively. Just a wasted possession there for Otterbein. Ohio Wesleyan just trying to kill off their man down situation as it goes out of bounds. A timeout coming from head coach Mike Plattholt. In his 8th season, Wesleyan gets a chance to talk it over with his team. Otterbein, a huge missed opportunity on that offensive possession with 2 men up. And with 1:57 left to go in this third quarter. If they could get one more goal going in to the fourth quarter and cut that lead down to 7, try to be within distance to make a comeback, it would be a heck of a comeback effort. But so far, Otterbein outscoring Ohio Wesleyan in this quarter 3-2, and that would be a good goal here for Otterbein, is try to win this second half of action. And just to read off a couple of stats for you, Ohio Wesleyan with 38 shots, Otterbein with 14. More than doubling Otterbein in that category, and it's just ridiculous. Saves for the goaltender, Matt Nemi, for Otterbein. And out of the timeout, Otterbein stepping back out onto the field. .145 remaining in the third quarter here in the second half at Memorial. Otterbein men's lacrosse taking on Ohio Wesleyan on the first game of the 2018 season. And a very rainy night here, to say the least, Tom.
It hasn't been dry. Ever since we got here, it was a light sprinkle, but it's only intensified as the night has gone on, and it is very moist out there.
It looks like the rain is starting to slow down, but it's it's still coming down. Needless to say, as Otterbein forces a turnover there, and a huge one. And pushing it the other way, Otterbein gives it up again. And Jack Jeschke, 3-on-1. Other side, up, couldn't control it, and hard hit from Sam Filippo. And another one down on the field. There you go. There's the physicality that we need to see from the Cardinals.
Yeah, the back check I've been talking about. It seems like when they get that physical play, they are pretty good defensively.
Just getting bullied along the sideline. Logan Murphy of Otterbein.
Then they put it right back in our face.
And stepping up into this one, shot off the ground and in. And Ohio Wesleyan capping off this third quarter with a goal. And just missed opportunities for Otterbein all the way up and down the field. Ohio Wesleyan out in front, 14-5 here. 19 seconds left to play in this third quarter.
Ohio Wesleyan goal scored by number 6, Aaron Carroll.
And a lot of times Otterbein has looked good, but for the most part, Ohio Wesleyan has out them. And Tom, what do you think they need to do moving forward here in future games?
Just play with more consistency. There's times where they show some great physicality and hustle, and then there's times where they're not as physical and they're not just hustling the field as much. So I think if they can play with some more physicality and tighter defense, really just help out their goaltender more and more.
As Ohio Wesleyan gets a goal to end the third from Memorial Stadium, 15-5. Bishop's out in front. Otterbein's going to need a 10-goal fourth quarter if they want to tie up and send it into overtime. But, Tom, very unlikely based off the effort we've seen from them at times. It's been a really sloppy game for the Cardinals.
Yeah, these turnovers have really killed them. Every time it seems like they're about to, go into the offensive zone, it just seems like a bad pass hinders them going forward, and they get caught back giving the ball to Ohio.
And Ohio Wesleyan, of course, conference champions for a reason last year, and it's showing. I mean, they have been on target with their shots.
Yes, they have proven why they are really good at lacrosse. They were in the running last year and put 20-plus goals on us last year. They are clearly proving that they are good at sniping around the goaltender and picking their shot.
And Otterbein goaltender Matt Nemi has held his own for a lot of the game.
He's had some great saves. I mean, when you have 40 shots put on you, that's a lot of shots. I mean, I don't know about you, Hayden, but I would probably do a lot worse if I was in his shoes right now with 40-plus shots going.
Getting ready for the fourth quarter of action against the face-off circle. Jason McDonald, and he's won about half of them tonight. He hasn't played bad. Again, I think what it comes down to is a lack of intent defense and a lack of urgency to get the ball.
And the 23 turnovers.
Yeah, just ridiculous. It's rainy out. Come on, this is your home field. You've been practicing here all year. And again, first game jitters, maybe.
Yeah, but, I mean, Ohio Wesleyan really hasn't had an issue with those ground balls or turnovers really tonight that have really struck them down to the core.
And a goal coming back from Connor Jevitt. And he strikes for Otterbein. And good way to start this half, or this quarter, rather.
Yeah, I mean, it did look like Ohio Wesleyan was about to put a man down, and Otterbein, was going to go on the man advantage, but Connor Jevitt said, we don't need to waste any time here. Just give me the ball, and I'll throw her in there, Coach.
And Otterbein keeps scoring these goals here in this half, trying to and you keep everyone, okay, this is going to be the one that they're going to grind, but it's just has not been the case every single time Ohio Wesleyan answer.
It's that
with
lack
a string
of
goals themselves.
that lack of consistency. It seems like. I mean, they put up maybe 2 goals, 3 goals, but then they just find that lack of inconsistency where Ohio Wesleyan comes back with their own 1 to 2 goals.
A nice fast out there. Justin McKee gets the assist to Connor Jevitt, and Connor Jevitt buries it home. And multi-goal scorer. In fact, he scored multiple goals in every game except for one last year. And now he's got a pair of goals here tonight. And face-off picked up. Ball still loose on the turf. It's still loose. Hard check there. And finally picked up by Ohio Wesleyan. Luke Leland now moving speed. Dishes it off out in front. And Matt Nemi with the save.
And I think that's where Otterbein's got to get better is those balls right off the face-off or just during play. That seems like they can get those to go their way, and Ohio Wesleyan always builds possessions off them as they are right here.
And Matt Nemi with another huge save right out in front.
On the doorstep.
On the doorstep. Incredible effort there by Nemi. And Otterbein's looked good in a lot of areas tonight, but just, again, the two biggest ones where they've just looked bad in is a lack of intensity on defense. And, again, we get it, cold night, so it's just a perfect recipe for a lot of turnovers. I mean, you can see the players jumping up and down trying to stay warm. Tom, you and I were down there on the field before the game started. Very cold down there.
It was not warm. The rain, the wind, the cold air, it all was a nice combination for a nice chilly night here out Westerville.
But Ohio Wesleyan has taken advantage 15-6 over the Cardinals here. But, I mean, it would be a good goal for Otterbein. They try to win this fourth quarter.
You win the fourth quarter, even if you don't get the win out of the end of the night. I mean, if you win out of the fourth quarter, that's something to build off for game 2.
Yep.
We won that final quarter. We didn't get the final outcome that we wanted, but we still won that final quarter against a really good team.
And a lot of games still left to play here for Otterbein. They'll have other nights just like this one to bounce back. Again, you can catch the game against Worcester next week on TNC Media.
Wednesday. Let me look at the schedule.
And good defensive stand there from Otterbein. Justin McKee trying to move it at midfield. Trying to generate some offense as he steps over midfield line. Now pushing in to enemy territory. Top of the key, Joseph Sanfilippo on the high slot. Swings it over Chandler Schwartz along Ohio Wesleyan sideline. Otterbein's got 13 minutes to score 9 here. Anthony Spingola trying to step into something here. Tries to split 2 defenders, rallies back. Gets it down low to Schwartz. Back up top for Drew McDonald. McDonald trying to step into something. Gives it over right side. Jevitt trying to squeeze in there. Was taken on. Ohio Wesleyan defenders and the Bishops with possession back.
Yeah, it just looked like Connor was trying to do a little too much there. I mean, he is walking on 2 goals here tonight, but with the game has going and as tight-knit Ohio Wesleyan's defense has been. You really can't just try to walk in like that with 3 guys around you.
Definitely got to get some ball movement. Here's Ohio Wesleyan pushing the other end. Little over 3 minutes. Now into this final quarter of action. Memorial Stadium, Otterbein kicking off their 2018 season here on a sour note so far. But they still got 11 and a half minutes to make up for it and try to rewrite the storyline, but they're going to need to pick up their play on defense and score some goals.
Sooner
rather than later. Again, Otterbein's next game coming Wednesday night next week against Worcester. They're coming down here. Another chance under the lights. As Otterbein tries to pick up a ground ball, Ohio Wesleyan gets it back. Just feels like Ohio Wesleyan's done a better job stretching the field out.
Yeah, they've really done a nice job of setting up in the zone, setting up some nice passes around the perimeter. I mean, Otterbein is doing a better job here, keeping those passes outside, not letting them really walk in as much.
I'm trying to step in a shot here. Rips one, top left corners. Derek Bacciocchi gets the goal for Ohio Wesleyan. 16-6 advantage for the Bishops. It's been all Ohio Wesleyan this one. But, again, a long season for the Cardinals, and you want to get this one out of the way. I think what makes me feel better about this one is the fact that I know Otterbein didn't bring their A game tonight.
And the thing that I'm really putting my hand on is we've seen that spark, that good play out of them. They just need to put that all together for the whole 60 minutes and not just spurts throughout the game. I need that for the whole 60 minutes. They have shut down Ohio Wesleyan in Ohio offensive zone. They've played tough defense. They've played well, but they just haven't done it for the whole 60 minutes. Once they do that, I'll feel really confident about this team going forward.
And picked up by Otterbein's Charlie Lachelle as he checks into the game here. Connor Jevitt now in the high slot. Looks left. Now tries to juke in right. Still with the ball. Turned up for a shot. Looking like he wanted to take it. And a foul going to come here against Ohio Wesleyan. So Otterbein will go man up. Chance to put a goal on the board again. And just a miscommunication there. A tipped pass is what the official's going to say. Aaron Carroll, the senior defenseman, on the play there, was able to disrupt Otterbein's offense. 10 minutes to play here at Memorial Stadium under the lights. TNC Media. The Cardinals hosting Ohio Wesleyan to kick off this 2018 campaign. Trying to make the OSC this year would be a good goal and at least the expectation for this program. And I'm sure this team wants to win it. Connor Jevitt said in a pre-interview, the goal is always the OAC as Robert tries to go behind the back. Fields gets the rebound. And a turnover there by the Cardinals as he tried to slide it in there for Xander Seal in front of the crease. Out in front, bouncing ball in front of the crease, picked up. Otterbein trying to move up the field here. And a poor shot there. But at least, more than anything, a shot. 16-6 advantage, Ohio Wesleyan. Timeout here. Chance to tuck this one over. And just the weather, I think, has been pretty good resemblance of how tonight feels, Tom.
Yeah, just a really gloomy night out there, and that's just kind of how Otterbein's game's been going. I mean, turnovers, the non-physical play at times. It's just really kind of summed up Otterbein's night here tonight.
Again, still a lot of energy on the sideline for Otterbein, despite the rain, despite the cold. And you just want to see how that transitions into next week against Worcester. And again, that big spring break trip that this team's going on out in Colorado. You got to hope that they improve a lot out there as a team. 9 minutes, seconds left. The women's basketball team in the semi-OAC tournament tomorrow night. You can catch the game on 97.5 WOBN, your local radio station here on Otterbein's campus. This Otterbein team just began their here. And through 3.5 quarters of play, it hasn't been pretty, but a long season ahead of this Otterbein team for a chance to improve, and you know they're going to win some ball games. The question is how many. Connor Jevitt trying to close in some space behind the crease. Finds it out for Swartz. Swartz swings it over quickly for Sanfilippo, who lost it. Swartz going over to pick it up. He gets it, throws it in, and what looked like an attempt just to keep it in ended up being scooped up by Ben Rigger. And trying to step into this one. Here's Ohio Northern. Nice back poke there, loose ball. Ball still loose at midfield. Otterbein trying to get it. And finally, Ohio Wesleyan comes up with it. That's been pretty much it all night. Every time it feels like there's been a ball, it's been Ohio Northern. Ohio Wesleyan picking up, excuse me.
Here, really.
Just talking about
Bunch of polar bears.
women's basketball and the opponent for the Cardinals tomorrow night. Trying to step into this one, Alex Menzo, the freshman, at Olentangy Orange High School. Wesleyan trying to get off a shot here. Not holding up on offense, trying to flood the score sheets. And do it however you can, I guess.
Maybe they got some second or third liners out there. Try to get them some playing time and just try to build on the future there for Ohio Wesleyan. Get them a little time. Get their game going a bit.
Shot went wide. Stays down here with Ohio Wesleyan. Halfway through this fourth quarter here. And this very familiar situation for both these teams. Ohio Wesleyan just kind of running around with it in Otterbein territory. Killing some clock, waiting for that perfect shot, and a deflected one on the way. It rolls out of bounds and one back by Otterbein. Cardinals need to go down and get a goal here just to keep the life here at Memorial Stadium. Been a really quiet fourth quarter so far for the Cardinals. Been a quiet fourth quarter for both teams, just 2 goals between them. Now stepping up into this one. Circling back around. Sanfilippo, high slot. Steps back near midfield. Over for Robbie. Fields trying to shake off the defender. Chandler Swartz stepping up. And he rips a shot, bouncer no good, but Connor Jevitt's there to retrieve it. Jevitt high throw in there for Fields. Fields stepping up, trying to find a lane for a shot. Swings it over. Sanfilippo ripper, but over the crossbar. Underneath, shot no good. Justin McKee down low. And a shot by Connor Jevitt went off the post. Robbie Fields goes back and picks it up. Well into the fourth quarter here. Otterbein trails by 10, but trying to get a little life going, trying to score a goal here.
Like we said, just trying to build something on for the next coming games.
And whatever you can, Tom, whatever you can, whatever you need. And it would be sweet to see a snipe here. I think a Joseph Sanfilippo winded up snipe would be tight. Down low, shot there. And that was Jake Grundy trying to rip one. Otterbein starting to work in some new faces here.
You know, like I said, just I bet on both parties right now. You're just trying to get those new faces, those younger guys that didn't really see that much time tonight. Try to get them some time. So maybe down the road, if you have to call them in for, you know, let's say an injury, they've had game time. They should be ready to go. Next man up mentality.
And a ripper there coming from Trent Schulte, and he does the Austin Mackey celebration. Says it's a goal. (17-6) lead now for Ohio Wesleyan. This game feels really similar to the one last year, Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, now it is 17-6, so kind of a substantial difference in score, kind of like last year. That's why Otterbein just got to try to get something just to build off of for the next coming games.
Jason McDonald trying to do his job at the circle. Win one back. Otterbein lacrosse season's back, Tom. Feels good.
Feels good. I mean, it's always good to see the season coming back up. That means the spring's right around the corner. Warmer weather is on the way, and I've never had a problem watching a little lacrosse.
Less than 3 minutes to play. Some hard contact in front of the Ohio Wesleyan sideline leaves our first injury of the game. Trying to hobble his way, Storm Shalit, the freshman out of Florida. Walks off the line here. Two minutes 34. Ohio Wesleyan 2 minutes away from wrapping this one up, and they're starting off their season right, trying to defend an NCAA title as they get another one on the board there as we near the end of this one.
Ohio Wesleyan goal scored by 11, Jack Jeske. Assisted by 5, Will Anderson.
And a timeout coming from Coach Colin Hartnett of Otterbein, trying to talk this one over. And they're still playing, Tom.
They are still out on the field. Things are still going on. There is still a minute 44 in this game. Otterbein wants to build as much momentum for their season as possible.
Final 90 seconds of play. Clock is refusing to run here. And the best thing for Otterbein is just get into this next week of practice and start to focus on Worcester.
That's all you can do is go to the film room, study up what has happened here tonight, try to fix your mistakes, take that into practice, and get ready for the next game.
Final minute of play here. Otterbein trying to get a goal to close this one out. Turnover again. 28 turnovers for Otterbein tonight.
One too many. One too many.
Absolutely, Thomas.
That's definitely the stat that you want to try to limit or make as small as possible.
Final 20 seconds of action. Was Ben Rigger going to chase this one down? And Wesleyan will hold on to this one for the final seconds as we tick off here. Final score in this one, 18-6, Tom, and pretty much not much you can say about this one other than Otterbein seemed extremely unprepared.
Yeah, it just looked like they really didn't think Ohio Wesleyan was going to come out with this much spice here today. But you always take this to the film room, like I said, and try to build on this for next week.
And again, just to read off some final stats for you, Ohio Wesleyan outshot Otterbein 46-22. Matt Nemi had 9 saves for the Cardinals. Ohio Wesleyan had more ground balls, 32-25 in that stat line. Jason McDonald didn't do a bad job in the faceoff circle. In fact, won about 50% of them, 14 for 27. Otterbein had 29 turnovers, and that's the biggest stat in the category where they led in. And like you said, Tom, if there's one category you don't want to lead in, it's that. And I'm sure they'll move on. Again, Otterbein's next game will be against Worcester a week from now. But that pretty much for our broadcast here. Tom, any final thoughts before we sign off?
It's first game. Plenty more to go with. Keep the heads up, boys.
Yep, and you can get next game on Wednesday night, TNC Media right here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, Otterbein doesn't get the victory here tonight at home, but will turn their head to Worcester on Wednesday night.